Some kids in other states have started already. Lots of kids in our area start either next week or the week after.
And Rosanna, when you and I were in school, bullying was kind of a fact of life. It's still a fact of life in the playground, but it's taken on a new dimension right now. Cyberbullying, it has happened. There have been several national high-profile cases of people being taunted over the internet. It could be just as damaging, if not more so, than being pushed and shoved in a playground.
Yeah, with us this morning is Jill Brown. She owns Generation Text. It's a company that basically goes from school to school. And what's the message?
The message is meeting with kids and doing assembly programs and teaching them about what bullying is, what the consequences, both legal and personal, and then also solutions and exactly what they can do to stop the cyberbullying and how they can help their friends.
And what should they do?
Well, a lot of the times the bullying comes over text messaging when they're younger. And so, you know, one thing we tell kids is to delete the message and not to forward it. If a picture comes over that's uncompromising of somebody or a mean message, to delete it. And when it comes to things like Facebook, we tell kids, you know, not to comment. Don't go in and make comments. We say, if you wouldn't say it in person, don't say it in writing.
That's actually a good idea. I mean, a lot of these things that are put on online, they're anonymous. And so kids can think that they can say anything without any kind of, you know, retribution.
Right. And it compounds because it's the kids are always connected. And so they're constantly, you know, on their cell phones, on their iPhones.
I want to clarify something that we say here, have a no delete rule. Now, there's sometimes you have a text message, let's say it's disturbing, you want to show it to a teacher or a parent,
yeah,
right?
That's for parents. That advice is for parents. So we tell parents that you need to read through your kids' text messages every night because you need to understand what's going on. And
what age group are we talking about? Because I have a 16-year-old and I will be wrestling with the telephone with him, you know, with the cell phone. What age group are you talking about that you should be going through your kids' messages?
Every age.
Every age.
Until they're 18.
Doesn't that become impractical at a certain point?
There are programs that you can get that can deliver the messages from the phone, but it is hard. It's hard to follow a conversation. But it's your job as a parent to protect your kids, and you can't protect them if you don't know what they're going through.
This problem's getting worse, right?
Yeah, it's getting much worse because the kids are now, you know, almost everybody has an iPhone. They have their Facebook right in school. Their cell phone, they're getting it at night. They're doing it on the weekends, you know.
Jill, so you have some suggestions for parents. We started to see a part of that list. You said check their text messages, have a no-delete rule.
For the kids,
and force a cell phone curfew.
Yes. And so kids don't need to be, you know, getting text messages in the middle of the night.
Right.
And so it'd be nice if you could get all of their friends' parents to agree to this.
No phones at sleepovers?
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding me?
Don't you have to get in touch with the kids during a sleepover?
No, absolutely not. The only thing that's going to happen with the cell phone at a sleepover is somebody's going to take a picture of themselves naked because that's what the kids are doing. Their hormones are raging, or they're going to sneak out. Absolutely not. No, so they should not be communicating outside of the parents.
Do you have kids?
Yes, I have three kids. They're 12, 10, and 6.
Okay. Yeah, no, because it is a problem, and you're constantly trying to figure it out.
And it's hard to enforce that. They're horrified. But the problem is that it's your job to teach your kids how to be safe.
All right, wait. So there's a sleepover, and you're saying leave your cell phone at home?
Well, or you can collect, you know, the sleepover parent can collect them when they walk in the door.
Okay.
All right.
Now you have some advice for social networking online.
Yes.
Okay, what's that? Ask for their password.
No, it's really, you need to know their password. You have to know their password, and you have to check their Facebook page. You have to check their status and the comments that they make.
And what about the privacy settings?
Everybody should set their privacy settings on Facebook, but it's a lot more complicated than it looks. And it takes somebody who knows what they're doing about 45 minutes to do it. But it's really important because what you think that your information is only shared with just your friends, but the settings for Facebook, the automatic settings are set to everyone. And that's something that we have with Generation Text, is we offer a DVD that helps walk you through that.
Generation Text. And sooner or later, you probably met students who've been burned by sharing too much information, right? And they learn the lesson the hard way.
They do, yeah.
Well, Jill Brown from Generation Text, thank you very much for joining us
Good
today.
information.
Great.
For more of that information, go to our website, myfoxandmore.com.
Or they can email me at generationtext@yahoo.com.
Thanks so much, Jill.
Thank you.